Hi, welcome to my video on a short Excel tutorial about how to enter addresses into Excel. So we're going to open an empty Excel file. I've widened out the font and made it bigger because it was too hard to see. So we're going to start with our headings. We're going to do one for street number. And we want to widen this out so it fits. If you want to do that, you double click right here on the right part of the column heading. Won't work down here, works up here. I don't think it'll work down there. Nope, works up here. All right, we're going to do street number, we're going to do street name, and we're going to do street type. Okay, now we're going to start with light pink road. Okay, so before we even do any numbers on it, we're going to do light pink, that's the name. The street type is road. Now I like to bold my column headings. I'm going to select them all and do Control B. Now, street number. Our first street number is 3540. But now notice when I hit enter, I pop to the right. I would really like to pop down so I could just bang all the way down and enter streets, street addresses. So here's how you fix that in Excel. You go to File Options, or it might be Tools Options, depending on your version of Excel. Go down to Advanced, which this isn't an advanced thing. I don't even know why it's there. This is the simplest of things. After pressing Enter, move selection. We want to go from right to down for doing what we're doing. And don't forget to click OK. Now when we hit Enter, we go down, and we can very easily finish out our list of addresses on light pink road. Okay, now what we can do is we want light pink road. These are all light pink road addresses. So we select the cell with data in it. We come over to the lower right until that becomes a cross and not a big plus, and we double click and that fills it all the way down. Same thing over here. It'll fill it all the way down. Now let's move to another road. We're going to do Bluff View Lane. Bluff View Lane. Now we're going to enter all the that we have for Bluff View Lane. And again, we're going to double click and send these down. Double click and send these down. Now, IntelliSense is pretty good on Excel. So if you wanted to go back to entering more light pink road stuff, it's going to kind of remember where you were, what you've typed in the past. And again, if you go back to Bluffview Road, again, you'd probably want to change it back to moving right after every time if this gets old. And that's how we can enter data quickly and easily into Excel. Now, if we were doing this for a postal route, we might have a column here for delivery order. And again, I like to Control B to bold that. Control B toggles bold on and off. So we can go ahead and put our delivery order down here. And again, we only have to do a few, and Excel is smart enough to know we're incrementing by one to fill down the rest. Okay? Now, let's say we want to enter some people here. So let's insert a column for first name and last name. And let's remember that when we insert columns, they're going to insert to the left. When we insert rows, they're going to insert to the top. Okay, so we're going to put last name, and we're going to put first name. Okay, now let's say only Mr. Smith lives at 3540 Light Pink Road. You know what? I'm going to change that back. But let's say at 3538 Light Pink Road lived Mr. and Mrs. Jones. So now we wouldn't need another row for her. So we're going to right click over here and say insert. Again, it'll do above the row that we're on. It'll insert one. Don't worry about the order. We're going to fix the orders. For now, let's not duplicate the address for now. Now I have written a macro that automatically adds and deletes rows with just a Control-I inserts and a Control-V deletes. And I can show you how to do that in the next video that I do. So know that you're not going to have to painstakingly come over here and insert rows and delete rows every time, because I can show you how to make this macro too. So once again, we'll add a second. Control Home will always get you back where you need to be. If you accidentally roll over your touchpad like I just did. All right, so maybe there's 2 Wilsons. Maybe there's 3 Wilsons here. Okay. Now we can fix our address, our order again, simply by doing this. Now it won't fill all the way down. It gets confused sometimes if there's spaces. So you can just click and drag that plus all the way down to the bottom of your list and see how it updated all of them. Okay. Now let's talk about sorting. Let's say our delivery order was off down here. Let's say we had 11 here and, oops, say we had 25 here and 19 here and 21 here. Excel kind of knows to treat this as a database because you've given it headings. So you can click anywhere and do Alt-D for data, S for sort, and sort by. And if you have names up here instead of column headings like column A, column B, column C, you know that it's seeing your data as data. So you can choose delivery order, smallest to largest, and just say okay. And see, it rearranged these so that in delivery order. You can also sort by, maybe you want to sort by street name, street name. And maybe you want to, within street name, because you have multiple values for street name, maybe you want to sort by street number. So it'll sort first by street name, second by street number. Hit OK, and you can see all Bluffview Lane came up first, lowest to highest. Then Light Pink Road came up lowest to highest. Now, let's go back to where we were. Delete levels of sorting. We'll add a level again for delivery order. So all of we don't lose where we're delivering to the duplicates. Now, this is all sheet 1. I'm going to rename sheet 1 delivery order. And I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to come over and add a second sheet. I'm going to copy all this data to a second sheet because maybe I want this sheet to be my delivery order sheet, and maybe I want another order for that sheet too. So I'm going to highlight this little arrow right up here, do a Control-C, come over to sheet 2, and I don't even select anything. I just say Control-V. And maybe this is going to be my street order sheet. And maybe again, maybe I will fill in the roads for the duplicates. And then again, do an Alt Data sort by street name first. and then street number, and say OK. Bear with me while I zoom back to where I was before. My touchpad gives me fits. Okay, let's talk about how we might print some of these. You're just going to highlight the area you want to print. Is the easiest thing to do. You can print the whole page if you like, or you can highlight the area you want to print, go up to page layout, print area. I always like to do a clear print area before I do a set print area. And maybe you'd like to see grid lines in each of these. So go down to page setup, and I believe it's on sheet, grid lines. Okay, now you can see when I go to print that it's going to include grid lines. Now you can see this did a whole bunch because I raised up the font so you guys could see. So what you might want to do then is go back to page setup, fit to 1 page wide by 1 page tall, and then it'll shrink the font as it needs to. And put it all on 1 page like that. And then you can change the orientation to landscape if you wanted to. So those are a few Excel basics. Stay tuned for my next video. Thank you.